prepare.
One of his favorite actresses is one of them.
Actress, yeah. Actress. There's a word that's considered to be sexist. It should be neutered to actor, regardless. My favorite actress, and I still use that word, is Helen Mirren. Says she has no maternal instincts whatsoever. Could it be her mother once dangled her out of a window to stop her from crying? About that incident, she says, "Well, I was a baby, so I don't really know, but my mother said to me, at one point, I almost threw you out the window. I held you out there thinking if I drop her, maybe she'll shut up." Many mothers would be very sympathetic to that. I don't think she particularly wanted to be a mother. I think she adored my father. I think she loved sex. And it was in the days of no birth control. And the direct result of loving sex is very often having children. She did everything that was required, but I think she would have liked a little more freedom. Seems to me women are pressured to have children, pressured by society in general, and their parents who want grandchildren. Well, here's my advice to a mother wannabe. Go to the state prison. See if they have any of those balls and chains left over they used to put on prisoners. Weld one to your ankle so it can't be taken off for 1 month. The ball should not be so heavy that you can't pick it up and carry it around everywhere you go, every waking minute of every day, and every sleeping minute as far as that's concerned. And then see if you still want to nurture that maternal instinct. Our sayings, Robert D. Rayford, John Boy and Billy Show.
Rumors spread loud, United Texas town, right the shack outside the game. And you know that song about, just let me know that you're gonna go to that whole mile ring. They got a lot of nice stuff.
chance to join the winners. We'll play Wordy Word for an Impact Wrestling prize pack. It's Impact Wrestling, 9 p.m. Eastern on Spike TV tonight, live from Huntsville, Alabama. Also, we got an O'Reilly Auto Parts NHRA Nationals Racing Pack. Come see the best go head-to-head in the first event of the series countdown to the championship, September 15th through the 18th at C-Max Dragway. Tickets available by calling 800-455-FANS, or you can click on the link at thebigshow.com. Well, here we go, boys. First day, we assembled our pigskin picking panel. It'll be me, champion again last year. I'm pointed out 4 years in a row. Thank you.
I got the record last year.
What you got? Well, first let me introduce the panel. We got the Haberdasher, South Carolina Gamecock alumni. We got Materman, Virginia Tech. Yes, like that. Of course, we got Tater, who we're not sure who she likes. She's been leaning toward Florida and Tebow, but since he's gone now,
I have to find a new boyfriend.
Okay, you do that. Well, there's one right beside of you, Spanky. Hey.
Yeah. Get your hand out of my pocket. We
brought in Spanky as a little help for Tater about midway through last season, so these two are starting off together this year. So let's see. Maybe you can get Tater out of the cellar this year, Spanky. All right.
Yeah.
And of course, by the way, Spanky, big Kentucky alumni. So they're represented. And me, you know, North Carolina Tar Heels.
I hate to say 4 years of college eligibility. I just hate to say this, but you won last year, fair and square in a regular season. You were 49-26.
Nice.
And Mater and Richard were tied at 48-27. And then the Sherman duo over here were bringing up the rear at 39-26.
Yeah, it's a shame that you forgot, since you worked for Johnny, that they brought me in halfway through the season and Tater was already 25 games in the hole.
I knew that.
You just didn't want to say it.
That's right. Right there. You said you were a turnaround specialist.
He never would turn
We will pick our 5 games of the week here as we do the final segment, but we just wanted to, set the stage here for college football season happening this weekend. No major rule changes in college football this year.
Right.
Over the spring and summer, there were some conference realignments that might make a big difference. So listen to this. Okay, the Big Ten went from 11 to 12 teams. So the Big Ten got 12 teams. The Big 12 went from 12 to 10 teams, and the Pac-10 went from 10 to 12 teams.
Right.
So
Nebraska went to the Big Ten, right? Is that what happened? And
now, is anything going to happen with Ocho Cinco? Because I know that's Spanish for something.
So, and then of course a lot of talk about Texas A&M.
Well, you know what happened there is them in Texas. They can't tolerate Texas leading that conference the way they have in their own backyard with their own network and stuff to stay viable. So they need to make a move.
And what rumors about Virginia Tech?
Well, everybody keeps saying that the SEC will not make it 13 teams. They're going to do either stay like they are or go to 14. And Virginia Tech has the biggest TV market that they don't have a piece of.
You know what, though? If I was the athletic director or the president of Virginia Tech, I was telling this to Mater earlier, I would stay in the ACC because you got a better path to the national championship game. You only have to get over Florida State, maybe West Virginia, but no, West Virginia's not. Yeah, they're not in the conference. But the problem with the SEC, man, with Florida and Alabama and LSU and South Carolina now.
Well, Spikey, how's Kentucky look?
Kentucky is going to be okay. But it just so happens that Coach Phillips was in Charlotte a couple weeks ago. Spent a couple hours with him, got all of the inside tracks. So
really?
I'll save that for the later date.
Taking that with the coach.
John Joker came into town, and he's expecting to have a pretty fair team. They lost their best player in Randall Cobb. He went to Green Bay, and they're already saying he's going to be a stud at Green Bay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
ESPN and CBS are pushing to get 4 major conferences with 16 or 18 teams in each conference. If they go with 18 in each conference, that's 9 in one side, 9 the other side. They play the same amount of games they play now. They get all these games on TV. They end up with 4 championship games on TV. Then these 4 champions will play each other, one game and then a championship. All that does is add one more game to whip the game round, keeps the bowl people happy because now they can still do bowling. And it's going to end up, ESPN and CBS are going to force the conferences into going big.
Well,
You think so, Hanson?
well, the people who object to that, nobody forces anybody to do anything. They just dangle dollar bills in front of them and they say, oh, sure, whatever you want. So the purists in college football, that's great, except the people who run those programs are after the money as usual. So that's going to happen.
And what a lot of people don't understand is the people at the college level that make that decision are the presidents of the universities. Everybody thinks it's the ADs and college coaches. It's the president of the school, the board visitors.
I used to have to arrange Saturday night meetings. We go from the afternoon to the nighttime with an AD in the area. And I said, we cannot do that. We had a game every reason why we had money. I said, I'll give you $500,000. Okay. So we